In today's episode of Living Authentically Daily, we'll be looking at what living an authentic life means and how living an inauthentic life manifests in our daily lives, what they are like. This is Chinwendu here, so let's dive in. Authenticity is a word that has become a household name in as much as it has always been. So it's a word that refers to how genuine something is, or someone is, or how real something is. So, however, I look at authenticity as our true nature, who we are. So when I say living an authentic life, it means living from your authentic self, the I am that you are, your core, your very existence, living from that space. That is what living an authentic life is. So if authenticity or authentic means the real deal, something that is real or something that is genuine, then it therefore means that for you to live an authentic life, you have to be living from your authentic self. So your authentic self is not your mind, your authentic self is not your body. Your authentic self is that place deep within each and every one of us. The spirit, our spirit, and that the place that is always in oneness with God. And as a matter of fact, it is no longer news that everything is God, and it is God that is in manifestation in each and every one of us. So your authentic self is God. So it is very safe to say that your authentic self is God. So living your life from that place is what I call an authentic life or authentic living. So for that to happen, that means your mind and your body have to be aligned to that place, to this place deep within you, your spirit, that which you are. So until that happens, living an authentic life will not be possible. So that has to happen, and that happens mainly by what we call doing shadow work, which I like to call mind renewal. So when you are peeling off or trying to walk and change or walk away from those things that are no longer serving you, what happens is that you are embodying more of this divinity that you already are. You are allowing it to space to take over all of you and all that. So that is who you are. That is your authentic self, and that is who you truly are. That unchanging part of us that has always been us at any age, at any size that we have ever been and will ever be. So that is the part of us that is our authentic self. So what happens is that it seems that when we have not connected to that place, we live our lives on the peripheral level, like we don't live from that depth. So but when you come to know these things, what you have to do is remember and reconnect to who you are. Remember and reconnect to who you are. Remembering here is very, very important, because we often call it self-discovery or whatever, but you're not discovering it or like it's lost or anything. It's discovery or rediscovery, because it is not lost. It has always been there. What happens is that it has been covered under the societal conditionings and some of the things we have learned about life and how to survive here and all that. So they covered this part of us, and then it seemed as if we have lost touch with it. And the problem is that the more far away you are from that part of you, the more your misery. I could remember back then how no matter how I try to put my life together, it never stays together. There will always be one thing that is falling apart. But when I came to this place, the only thing that has been constant is joy, like living a life of joy. I tell my friends, it's just the best definition of it is heaven on earth. Because when you reconnect, when you remember and reconnect to your authentic self, you have returned home. There is a feeling of home around it. You come into freedom. You don't know that you are actually living in a bondage or under a bondage until you reconnect to who you are. Then you will see the level of freedom. It will be as if the weight of the world has been lifted off you. So when you enter into that place, when you return home, you will see the level of freedom you will experience. So this freedom comes as a result of having thrown away all things that are no longer working for you, the societal expectation of you, some unrealistic expectation of yourself, and a lot of ways by which you have not been living your life, by which the society, the culture have been living your life for you. So before you reconnect to your authentic self, you must have been able to throw that away and accept yourself the way you are and know that you are enough. And then with that, freedom comes, because you are no longer afraid of who is staying and who is going. You will stop this whole excessive wanting to be nice and all that. So you will just unburden yourself of those things that are no longer working for you and start owning your life and making use of your mind. As someone said, that for you to find yourself, you have to think for yourself. So you start thinking for yourself. You start thinking your own thoughts, not the world telling you what to think about and what not to think about. You will start thinking your own thoughts. So having said that, so let's look at those behaviors that normally someone that shows that someone is living an inauthentic life. This is not a way to judge or criticize or judge anybody, just a way to throw more light to these things. So when someone is not living an authentic life, when someone has not come to know that there is even this other life that is available to us apart from the normal life, being asleep, that we all know, in living in an unawakened state. So if back then I never knew that there is this type of life of beauty, life of happiness, joy, realization that exists. So until I met my mentor. So if maybe you are at that place, this is me telling you that outside that life you currently know, there is another beautiful life out there. There is another beautiful life on the flip side of the current life you're living now. So inauthenticity manifests itself in our lives through people pleasing. If you are given to a lot of people pleasing, you are not living your own life. Those people are living through you. So what happens, that what causes people pleasing is that we often think that if we don't please those people, they will move away from us, or we will lose them, or we will hurt their feelings and all that. So when you are come to know that yes, it's good, while it's good to sacrifice for people, while it's good to be kind and all that, what happens is that you self-sabotage yourself each time you do not listen to the inner guidance you're getting about something. Then you go ahead to do what the other people want, or go about doing what someone else wants you to do, and not exactly what the inner nudging you're getting is telling you. I was there before a whole lot. I will even come back and resent myself for behaving that way. But you will guess it's as right as mine that tomorrow I'll still go out and still be that way. Until I came to that point and I said, no way. I will no longer live my life this way. And you know what? A lot of people moved out of my life, because those that will move out of your life will be those that are benefiting from you not knowing who you are, from you living your life beggarly and in a naive manner. So you just have to get out of that level of life. Would you rather follow your inner guidance or follow what is expected of you by someone? Like your friend is telling you, let's go and hang out. You know you are not supposed to go and hang out, but you don't want to hurt your friend. Then you go, and then you are feeling miserable and all that. Sometimes you even start resenting the person and all that. So it's better you humbly and gently bow out of the what your friend is asking you, than self-sabotaging yourself. So another thing when it comes to the behaviors that represent inauthenticity is excessive desire to be nice. Being nice is beautiful. Being nice is wonderful. But when being nice has become kissing ass, then that is where the problem is. So you are nice, yes, but do not let it not be too much. I don't know how to put it. Yes, you can be nice too much, but don't kiss ass. Like, there is someone that said being nice will kill you. It is related to people pleasing. It's that whole excessive desire to be nice that will make you not listen to your inner nudgings and guidance, to listen to what someone else is saying. Look, this person that is telling you do this, do that, is not a bad person, but you have a choice in this matter to listen to what the person is saying, or to listen to the inner guidance within you. It's not everything that. Sometimes your inner guidance will like show you that you can go ahead with that, but sometimes it's not maybe what you are supposed to do that at that time, or one thing or the other. I have had my own share of that too, whereby I will know within me that this is what I'm not supposed to do, a particular thing, or this is what I'm supposed to do. Then I will leave it and just be doing what someone else wants me to do and all that. Then another thing is saying no when you ought to say yes, or saying yes when you ought to say no. So I think it's mainly saying yes that we do a whole lot. So that's another behavior of someone that lives an inauthentic life. So living an authentic life daily is actually living as you are guided. So, but when you stop listening to your inner guidance, you begin to go out of alignment with your authentic self. So the guidance is from your authentic self, but when you do not listen, you self-sabotage yourself, and you begin to go out of your alignment. And I can tell you, it's not a good place to be, especially if you've stayed in alignment for some time. Then you begin to go out of alignment because of not listening. It's not a good place to be. So you have said enough yeses already. Please go by how you are guided. When it is time to say no, no matter who is involved, even if it's your best friend. Explain if there is anything to explain, but humbly and gently bow out of that situation. Stop sabotaging yourself. You are so precious and a unique and divine emanation of God. So you have a place here. Don't allow others live their lives for you. Please stop saying those yeses. Take your power back from all these places you have scattered yourself and all that. Take your power. It's time for you to take your power back. It's time for you to live your power. So that is one of it. I mentioned 3 things. So those are the major 3 ways that you know someone is not, and the most common ones that you know that someone is not living an authentic life. Well, there is another one that is not so obvious, except you pay attention. That's how you get to know, is people that mean something else, that have something else within them, and they are saying another. That one used to annoy me before, but now it no longer annoys me. So yeah, it's just the way the world system is. So I used to tell my friends, I don't know what people are actually afraid of to express themselves. You know, you can, like someone like me, I don't have a lot of filters. Sometimes I just express myself just the way it is, and some people may find it so forward, but you can actually express yourself in a very mild manner instead of like having something else in your mind and saying another thing, like the whole pretense thing. What are we pretending about? It takes a lot of energy to pretend than to be yourself. Being yourself is just natural, it flows, but it takes a lot of energy, like an uphill task for you to pretend and lie. That is lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself when you have something else in mind and you're saying something else so that people will do it more in compliments. You know you don't like someone's clothes, you keep quiet. Why tell the person that the cloth is fine when you know it's not fine, and all those kind of silly compliments we do give at times. So those are some of the ways. So that is how it manifests in our day-to-day life, how it shows itself daily in our lives. So what we have to do is actually watch these things. So when you begin to get out of those behaviors, the more you do, the more you become more aligned with your authentic self. The more you do, the more you accept yourself, because self-acceptance is one of the prerequisites to living or reconnecting to your authentic self. We will get to that in some other episodes of this podcast. So that will be all for this episode. I do hope that there is at least one thing you will get from it, and God bless you all, and till the next episode, have a wonderful evening. Bye.